Hello, and welcome to the 351st episode of Shakesyear, which, if you're keeping track, means we're only about 2 weeks away from this actually being a year's worth of Shakesyear. That's kind of exciting. Anyway, we are still working on Henry IV, Part 2, and today we get to hear from Falstaff in Act 3, Scene 2. So, just to finish off yesterday's stuff, we had the king sort of wanting to go to war, and Warwick saying, well, but really, like in hindsight, you could make excuses for anything and think that it's prophecy. And the king is like, well, really? And Warwick's like, yeah, and I'm sure that, the rumors have inflated the size of the opposition's army by like double, and you're kind of sick. So why don't you just go take a nap and we'll figure some other stuff out later. We'll take care of stuff. And the king's like, yeah, okay, I'll go take a nap. So now we're in Act 3, Scene 2, that is back in the tavern, and it starts out with a couple of justices of the peace coming in, and they talk a whole bunch, none of it's really important stuff. And then Bardolph comes in, and he's like, Falstaff is here, and the justices of the peace, Shallow and Silence, present like 5 guys who've been drafted into the army. Moldy, Wart, Bulwark, something, I don't know, Feeble. They've got interesting names, and basically, as each one of them is presented, Falstaff makes some pun about their name, because why not? And then Falstaff and the Justice of the Peace go off into the other room so that Falstaff can like talk to them about which of these men he actually wants to have in his army. And Bardolph is left with the recruits, 2 of which give him money, like offer him money if they don't get drafted. And they're like the 2 best ones. They're the first and second ones that were presented, and they're in the best shape to be soldiers, all that kind of thing, but they really don't want to go fight. So they give Bardolph money as a bribe to get out of getting drafted. So then Falstaff and the justices come back in, and Bardolph takes Falstaff aside, and he's like, I have money if we don't draft these 2 guys. So Falstaff says to the justices, like, who do you think I should take? And the justices are like, take those 2 guys. And Falstaff is like, no, I don't want those guys, and these are the best ones. Why are you not taking the best ones? And Falstaff says, will you tell me, Master Shallow, how to choose a man? Care I for the limb, the thews, the spirit, Master Shallow? Where's Wart? You see what a ragged appearance it is. You see what a ragged appearance is. He shall charge you and discharge you with the motion of a pewterer's hammer. Come off and on swifter than he that gibbets on a brewer's bucket. And this same half-faced fellow Shadow, give me this man. He presents no mark to the enemy. The foeman may with as great aim level at the edge of a penknife. And for a retreat, how swiftly will this feeble, the woman's tailor, run off? Oh, give me the spare men, and spare me the great ones. Put me a caliver into Wart's hand, Bardolph. At which point there's either like a really impressive show of swordsmanship or a really not impressive show of swordsmanship. And Falstaff is like, oh, that's awesome, that's perfect, okay, I have my men, let's go off to war. And everybody except for Falstaff speaks, and then he gets to have a nice little monologue. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for more Falstaff. Mwah.